Hey Geek, so if you are brand new to using OBS and then you use this feature called browser, then you might run into a problem. So here is the browser under sources. So I'm going to call this test browser. And in general, what this type of source allows you to do is if you are using this for streaming and you wanted to get alerts and so forth, you can use this browser setting and it allows you to point to URL, which is typically how this works. So if you use something like Streamlabs or something similar, then it is able to interact with OBS and send you alerts and so forth. Or you can use a local file. But in this case, we're going to be looking at going to a website. So in this case, I want this browser source to be YouTube. So I'm going to go ahead and put YouTube on here. All right. And then for my width and height, I will leave this at 800 by 600. And I'm going to leave everything alone for now. So then I can show you what the problem is. So I'm going to say OK. And now, as you can see here on this window, it just loaded up YouTube, as you can see here, right? But in this case, I'm not able to interact with this. But if I did want to interact with this, I could either go here to right click and go to interact, or there is an interact button right here for browser source. So I'll click on that and you'll notice that it brings it up right here next to it. And now you could actually interact with your browser. But there is a problem though. The problem is you cannot scroll. So why is this happening and how can you fix it? Well, the whole issue comes in with this whole coding that they have in here. There is some custom CSS. So I'm going to close this. And if you go back to your browser source and go to properties, you'll notice something at the bottom here called custom CSS. So as far as I know, it's this overflow hidden code that's causing the problem, but we're going to test this out. So I'm going to go ahead and copy this, put this in Notepad. So then we can use this later, or in this case, this is a text editor that I use in Linux. So let's go ahead and remove this to see if it fixes it. And I'll tell you a much easier option. All right, so we'll say OK. And then we'll go ahead and try it again. We'll go to interact and check it out. You can now scroll right here. So that is the part that is causing this problem. But I think I think an easier way to do that is to actually just remove that custom CSS. If you're not going to do any type of custom CSS, then it's better that you just go ahead and delete that, then say OK. So now when you interact, you won't have those issues or any other issues that the custom CSS might introduce. And if you are familiar with custom CSS, then, you'll know what to do there. But for everybody else, if you're using the browser source for the first time and you notice that you cannot scroll, it's because of that custom CSS code. So if you actually had any thoughts on this, be sure to leave in the comments area below. And if you did want to see more of my OBS tutorials, tips, and tricks, I do have an entire playlist. I'll leave that in the description area below as well. So as always, if you did get value out of these videos, be sure to share, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you on another episode.
Hey geeks, if you are a brand new creator and you simply want something easy to get you started, well, I got something for you with my Creator Starter Kit. This is a super simple step-by-step guide that's going to take you from having no channel to developing your very first YouTube channel, along with ideas, thumbnail designs, and other creator tips, including marketing. And the best part is, all of this is free. Simply head over to the link below, check out my page, and get started creating.